Welcome back. Well, we'll continue along now with the adjustment layers. In particular, we're dealing with ones that affect color. If we click on this one right here, we get into create a new black and white adjustment layer. So let's click on that. And now we take the image and we render it as a black and white, but we still have the ability to adjust the colors that are present by either making that color either darker or lighter. Real kind of a fun way to adjust black and whites. I still think I like the controls in Adobe Camera Raw for black and white just a little better, and I suspect that they probably will be used, you'll find them more useful, but this is not a bad way. This is the old way we used to do it, and it's still kind of fun. Again, you're just going to take the sliders and adjust them till you get something that you like. I mean, this is all subjective. It's creative. What do you want to be doing here? So we could do that. Okay, we can also click on this auto button and let it decide what it wants to do. I much prefer what we did by ourselves, so I'm going to hold the control key down and press Z to back up one because I like that better. We could come in here and apply certain filters. Let's go apply a blue filter, see what the effect is. Don't like that. Control Z, backs me up. Let's apply, hey, what's a green filter going to do? That's very similar. Control Z, back me up. I still like what we did, maybe a tad better. Let's see what the infrared filter looks like. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I think I'll leave that. Let's choose, what's lighter do? No, I like infrared better. Neutral density, yeah, that's okay. So it's about going through each of these and figuring out what you like best, what best suits what you're trying to do to the image. Now, we can, again, as we've seen before, click on this little hand, come out here and select something, and run it left or right, and it'll adjust the colors appropriately. Right's going a little brighter, left's going a little darker. So it's just another way to control what's going on. Now let's go back and select this infrared. We can click on the tint button right here, and it enables ability to tint the image. We can choose the tint by clicking on this little box right over here, and this dialog box pops up, and we can move our sliders here to choose the tint that we'd like to go with. And select it out here, let's say, and then go OK. A little harder here to actually apply the amount of tint that you would like than it is in Adobe Camera Raw, where you can adjust the saturation independently of the actual color. Okay, so let's say, hey, there we go. Maybe we like that. So that's the black and white adjustment layer. Let's go on and re-choose the next one. For now, let's turn that one off. We still have it there in case we want to go back to it, but for now it's turned off. Let's take the next one back, which is a photo filter. Let's go ahead and click on it. And here the default one pops up. It always pops up this way with a density of 25 and the warming filter 85. In the old days, I used to use 81. And I might take the luminosity back down. But if your image is a little too cool, there are so many ways. Again, we were learning in Photoshop that you can adjust it with one of the white balance tools that we saw in the levels and curves adjustment layers, or we can come in here and start taking out tones with these various other filters. Just another way, another approach to apply a look that you might like. And again, so you can adjust the color here. I always leave the luminosity preserved. I don't want to start darkening the image. And then you can just adjust the density. How much of that effect do you want applied? Is it just a little or a lot? Alright, that's the photo filter. Kind of a neat kind of brings us back to the days when we were shooting film and we'd screw filters like this onto the end of our lenses to get the appropriate effect. So let's see. Yeah, that's okay. We'll leave that on like that. So we'll click this leftward arrow, go out and take a look at the channel mixer, the next adjustments to color we can make. Let's go ahead and click on it. Okay, if we go up here to the defaults, we can get some idea about what the channel mixer is used for. And look, it's going to be taking us off to the black and white conversions. Another way that's really useful for converting to black and white, it allows you to make all sorts of adjustments in the image when you convert it to black and white. Let's go ahead and reset that. Yeah, let's try that. Again, you can move these various sliders around to get some effect that you like, again, or don't like. It's your call, your taste. Let's reset. You can work in color if you want. It's can be kind of a little bizarre for you to get a result you like in color maybe, but probably can be done. I honestly don't use the channel mixer very much. It's kind of going off in an interesting way. We'll leave that toggled off for right now. And let's take a look at the last adjustment layer for color that we can use. And that would be this one right here. Let's go ahead and click on it. And it's the selective color adjustment layer. Okay, let's just start walking you through this. What you have right here is where you're choosing the color that's in the image that you want to work with. So for example, we have some yellows in the image. Let's choose yellow. In here, then you can adjust these sliders to say, take out, whoops, missed it. Let's grab the slider, let's go left with it. Let's take the cyan out of the yellow. Let's add more cyan into the yellow. Well, maybe we'll take out a little bit. Do we want to add some magenta to the yellow? Or remove some magenta in the yellow? We're just taking the colors that are there and pushing them one direction or the other. Again, to your individual taste. Do we want to add more yellow to the yellow or remove yellow? Again, this is something you're going to have to decide for yourself. What is it you want to do? Do we want to darken the yellows? Lighten them? And whatever's working for your taste. You can choose relative or absolute. I often find myself working on relative. So you can do that with each one of these, adjust to your taste. And we'll take the greens off another way to separate out the colors. Again, we're just showing you some quick adjustments. This would be something you'd want to do very carefully. Hey, we can work on neutral tones. We can add yellow, look at the water, to our neutral tones. We can remove yellow from our neutral tones. If we remove yellow, it kind of goes cool. Take that back to 0. And there we go. Let's see if we like what we're doing on this particular channel. Or pardon me, adjustment layer. Yeah, maybe I like that. So we'll leave that there. Okay, so notice now we're starting to stack up some layers. We've got 2 of them that are concerning themselves with black and white turned off. Hey, what happens if we turn them both on? Interesting. All right, we've got 2 of these with black and white now turned off again. And we're applying all of these other little adjustments to our image. If we decide later on, you know what, the selective color went too far, I can turn it off, or I can simply throw it away. Maybe I didn't like it going black and white with the channel mixer, but I didn't mind it with the black and white conversion. And I don't think I need this extra photo filter on here, so we'll just go ahead and throw that away. Maybe that's the final image I want, or maybe it was this one. Okay, there you have it. That's how to adjust the colors of your image using these adjustment layers that are available. We'll see you next time.